Gerade Zähne in 6 bis 12 Monaten. Schon ab 33 Euro monatlich mit Zahnschienen von Dr. Smile. Unauffällig und unkompliziert. Jetzt kostenlosen Termin in deiner Nähe buchen. Unauffällig und
Sorry for that super random commercial. That was on my end, and I didn't know that the volume was playing through till just now. Apologize for that, guys. I'm still eating my lunch and drinking some tea. We'll be getting set up here shortly. All right, let's remove this text for now. Morning, guys. Let's just take this pre-market really slow. I have nothing really planned here. This was actually kind of an accident. YouTube, I was having issues creating a video, kept on saying error. I tried it like 6 times, then I was able to upload it through my streaming software, but that started the video right away. And then I was like, well, here we go. I have no trades yet pre-market. I'm watching DRAD just like you guys. Not too much volume here. I mean, it's an okay amount of volume. I'd be trading this with about 1,000 shares, so you know, on some of these candles, I'd be very, very quickly like 0.5% of the volume. It feels kind of like a lot. So I'm just kind of watching it here. Yeah, Michael B. I don't know, maybe. It's not like we're usually not here, but we'll see. I wonder, maybe they are. Too many live streams. DRAD is an interesting one. I would have probably traded this one on this little flag pattern here if my computer was, or if YouTube wasn't giving me stream issues. All into this area, I was trying to figure out how to fix the stream issue. So I wasn't really looking at pre-markets. I've no trades yet, but you know, if there was a pre-market to miss, so far this one's it. We got, you know, we have large companies. We even have a large cap straight up with Uber and Lyft. There's a lot, the other ones are more mid caps, but I mean, we have some huge companies on our lead gapper list. So it's not really a place where I want to be getting really aggressive pre-market. I think traders overall, they're not going to be really sure what they should be doing today based on what we're seeing. So hey, Corey. It wasn't really fully on purpose, but enjoy the little atmosphere, the difference here. So while we're looking for some tickers to trade, we're just kind of going through the catalyst here. The phase 1 looks like it ended really well, so that's really good. So it looks like the CEO is really excited to keep going with this procedure. So overall, it sounds like a really, really good trial. In other news, we got the presidential debate well underway. This is the Wall Street Journal, kind of an interesting setup here. There's also a lot of options you can check out with the Electoral College, how this one's set up. And you can see on the East and West Coast, it's almost all Democrats, and in the middle, it's kind of more Republican. New York Times also has a pretty cool one. You can see all the different states here. And then NPR actually has a kind of a really clean, simple one. The margins are always kind of interesting. I'm surprised the SPY is up 1.5%. I wasn't thinking that the SPY would be up this much. This is pretty sweet for our swing trades. They're obviously doing, well this morning, Dkng. I gotta say, the fact that we closed LMND at the time, I was stopped out of it, so that was the case. But man, oh man, we stopped out at 53, and then this thing hit 59 pre-market and even intraday during the trading hours. So we could have actually closed this whole trade as a win. Always a little bit painful when you go back and look at your swing trades. This is a 30% rally. I thought this 9 EMA was going to give us a little bit more resistance. And then I was thinking maybe I could buy back in these kind of 50 zones. Technically, I would have had an opportunity around 51.10 or so, but yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate with that swing trade, but it is what it is. Kind of like AMC, where we had that kind of a disaster run with AMC. Sold into the first major pop, which short term was a good idea, but yeah, swing trades are always a little bit more tricky. There's a lot of variables that come into play. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Aaron. They're sitting on top of some really good real estate though, so I wonder if they're gonna. Well, I guess I'm not sure. They don't really own it, do they? I haven't looked into that. Yeah, I feel you, Michael. The EV sector just took a huge dump the last week and a little bit before last week. So then this kind of bounce that it's seeing right now, I mean, it was inevitable. Who knows how hard it's going to go. Plug at 17 almost. XPav. Workhorse even popping back up, but they dipped so hard under 20. It made me a little bit nervous. Well, there's not a lot left, and this should be wrapping up fairly soon here. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep this one open and then we can check it out again. Actually, I'll just remove it. Got to maintain my bandwidth here. Who knows? I think my laptop's struggling, not to mention the connection keeps getting a little buggy every now and then. Yep, Michael, that should be interesting. I want to follow those two today for sure, Lyft and Uber. Oh, market's almost up 2%, guys. Remember, every time the market is up or down over 1.5%, that's when you want to be extra careful. TD Ameritrade is probably going to get very buggy at the open as well. This is a big move here for today. I would actually assume it'd be more buggy if the market was down, because then more stops would be executed, but still, who knows how many orders are going to be executed at the open with a rally like this. Maybe some profit taking, some sell orders get triggered. Yeah, Aaron, that's true. I know that feeling. Yeah, this is really like pre-market. Usually, lately, we've been seeing, pretty active pre-markets, and then the market open and everything kind of dies off a little bit. So, I wonder if today's going to be a little bit different, or if we're going to get, anything at all today in terms of small caps. If not, I might even look into a few large caps and mid caps. DRAD, guys, this thing is really kind of coming together here with that 4 million float, 12 million market cap. They're selling one of their divisions for $18.75 million. They have three major divisions, this company: healthcare, building, construction, real estate. And they're actually selling part of one of their divisions, their healthcare division. On the 5-minute, this is definitely a bit of a bull flag here. Looks fairly interesting. Let's see if this breakout maintains. It's really a little bit too light volume here for me to want to get involved at the moment, but could be some interesting setups. Lightweights, Michael. $325 is really that big resistance zone. If we zoom in here on the daily chart, kind of come up here, you can see 322, 325 roughly in this area. It's kind of hard to jump on it. Roughly 325 is kind of a bit of a floor in the past, then became the first kind of part of the ceiling, and then we have another part of the ceiling roughly around 350. So it's going to be interesting to see, like, can this one break out of here, continue to the next level, and then if we could really break that 350, I think this one has a good about upside till about 420 or so. So it does seem kind of interesting. Well, the 12 million market cap, is thinking, absolutely explode in that 4 million float. I'm just not really too interested to be trading something with kind of a light volume and movement overall. It's a little bit chilly vanilla. There was a glimpse of bigger volume for a second. The sell off like that doesn't really bolster confidence. It's small. These are small moves too. I mean, that's like a 2% pop. Usually on a small cap, you're hoping for a bit more like a, 5-6% move on a candle like this. But at least we saw some volume coming back, and that's a good sign. Still, the 5-minute looks the best on this one. 1 minute, it's a bit choppy. 5-minute looks, has that potential. APVO is trying again here. I mean, after it's bit of its huge first green day. What I'm nervous about is in the past, the big green spike days don't really hold its highs too well. It had a strong doji candle here. $10 is pretty big support, so we are seeing that kind of area hold some of the price action for a little bit, although it's struggling and it's almost becoming resistance right now. So I don't know, it's a tough one to really watch APOV. I'd almost probably rather be trading some of the bigger companies today because they're going to be finding some really big support. It's always interesting to me how oftentimes these larger companies pre-market, they get traded so little compared to some of the small caps. I feel like maybe switching up to focus on Uber and Lyft might be a better choice for our title, because today's really going to be a bit more of a mid to large cap day, and I think that would get us in the right mindset a little bit more in terms of tickers we want to focus on. Nice move here on DRAD. Finally broke some big support. Keep an eye on it, guys. I'm watching it on my second screen right now. So that's the volume we were really waiting for. I wouldn't be surprised if it had at least a quick retest here. Wonder if it's going to have a continuation from there. 325 is definitely a key spot to be looking at. Boom, instantly pops higher. Okay, nice. Good to see that kind of momentum here. They did have some article coming out pretty much 17 minutes ago. Holding this area pretty well. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a continuation. Bought here at 330. Looking for that continuation. 32. Trying again here. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna get a movement from here. I'm just gonna close this one for now. Look for a rebuy a little bit later, just kind of closing out this trade. Yeah, back to 32. I usually don't try to trade breakouts pre-market. So every time I trade a breakout, especially pre-market, I want really quick resolution. We weren't getting that, so that's why I closed that one out. I don't know why my trade's not showing up. Show trades. For some reason, it's been unmarked lately. It's happened twice or 3 times now in a row, and I keep checking it the next day, so I'm not totally sure why it gets unchecked. I think it's because on my 5-minute chart, I have it unchecked, and maybe somehow that where it saves itself overwrites itself somehow. I don't really know. Nice little 3-cent move. It's not too bad on a ticker this size. Maybe we'll see something else start running at one point. New candle gonna be popping up soon. I actually wanted an entry there at like 27. Sell volume is fairly light compared to that breakout, so still worth watching. Computer's really slow right now. 27 trying to find support here. Buying here on 28. Bit of a bull flag setup. It's slow. It's not the fastest ticker. That last rally here was about 11%. Right now we're at about a 6% rally from that breakout. It's a little chilly in my room. A little bit more momentum coming in here. I'm actually going to take some profits off the table here. It's a small move, but I'm a little doubtful that it's going to have a clean breakout here because of the overall volume that we're seeing here. So I'm going to close that one out. Pre-market, I'm always trying to just get a few base hits, build a bit of a cushion, and then once I have a bit of a cushion, then I'll start looking for more aggressive setups. Morning, guys. Nice. There we go. Nice little breakout. Good to see that. Even if I'm not in it, that's, you know, what I'm hoping for. I like to see resolution. Makes me more bullish in the future. So I like. Well, it keeps having these little bit of a pullbacks that are just a little bit stronger than one might hope. What AB Pro? And that could happen in the future Zoom meetings if we do that. That sounds like good fun. Nice. Start having competitions. Final countdown pointing out Sava. This is a ticker we've traded many, many times in the past. Phase 2 Alzheimer's treatment. Huge support below this one. That's a really good sign. Big resistance though, right above this. That's tough. That's a really tough call. I mean, this thing's had a huge rally. Every time it, what was this, the earnings? It really shot down, then fall off a cliff. Did I have an offering there as well? Heck of a move this one, I gotta say. Still watching DRAD on my second screen. I feel like could be a good setup. I would be looking for something closer to some bigger support that we had around maybe 325 or something. Also, the 9 EMA is right around there as well on the 5-minute chart. So far, it's a big green day rock star. SPY is up 2%. That's really bullish. I wonder if we're gonna have a final result today on the elections. Watching DRAD, guys, 327, key spot. Possible entry here at 26, 326. Just had an entry. First bounce right now. DRAD is such a slow mover. This big green candle you'd think is 3-4%, but it's not even a full percent. So it's like very slow. Move to 3-3 would be quite interesting. Not sure if it's going to break past 3-3, but I think that would be a really good level to see a little bit more momentum come through. Well, it's not entirely convincing in this area, that's for sure. It's a slow day. Not enough volume on this one to make me excited. I'm still wondering if we're going to be trading some Uber or Lyft today. I think there's a really good chance. I probably won't trade these pre-market. I'll wait for the open bell, but it's definitely a huge catalyst. I mean, I think there's a little bit of potentially leaving California priced into some of these tickers, so or at least having a huge amount of expenses. So this is big catalyst, and right now we're kind of stuck in this $40 zone, which is a fairly big resistance area. I wonder how much we can break past that. So I'll be looking for a break past 40, maybe into 41 or so. Technically, we already went to 41.48. DRAD broke that 9 EMA just a bit here. I'm thinking, can we get to 30? We just hit 30, taking some profits at 29. Again, another very small trade on DRAD. But, you know, 2 very small trades. Still better than nothing. Just like to see a little bit more action. Now we're getting a nice move on DRAD. Boom, into the 31s. That's what I like to see. Very good. Oh yeah, Sava back in action. That 22 million float and 243 million market cap looks pretty good. It's only up 12% pre-market though. That's it's not ideal. So two small trades on DRAD. Even though it has that beautiful low float of only 4 million, somehow this thing has fairly slow moves. Even this kind of sell-off it's having right now is only like a 2% dip, which is one of the bigger moves it's had this whole time. So for a lead gapper, I'm not super enthused, but let's see. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some quicker moves out of this one at one point. Yeah, DMC, it does have constant buyers coming in on it, so it's a good feeling. You can kind of feel them on the order book, kind of holding that area, but just kind of a slower ticker overall. Maybe Sava can take its place, but the problem with Sava is that huge resistance, roughly near 11. DRAD could be possible VWAP bounce. Yeah, for sure, Darren. There's no need for unnecessary promotion from either end of the spectrum, but we'll definitely keep following it today. I already showed it a few times what the latest stance are, so we'll keep an eye on that for sure. Oh boy. I hope, Dennis, I hope that there's going to be a longer rally. I'd be a bit nervous on some of them. It's a bit of a dead cat bounce in terms of the bottom might not be in yet, but we'll see. I wanted DRAD roughly at 322 or 321, but then it reversed at 323. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy this second attempt to move lower here. It could be a good setup though in terms of risk reward because we have bigger support right underneath. HYLN is still my biggest loser, but the fact that it's had a bit of a pump back above 20 makes me a happy little kid, because man, we were down on this one like $13,000. I mean, not 1,000, 1,300. So it's nice to see that this one's kind of going back in the right direction. It's still my biggest loser. And there's huge resistance now on this one. I mean, we got the 180-day moving average coming in as resistance. We got the 9-minute EMA coming in as resistance. I'll probably be selling this one if we break this area. Nice to see KCAC finding support around 12, 1150 even. I almost averaged down here in this area, but I couldn't because I was fully allocated already. That would have been a phenomenal average down, but you know, that's what happens when you get, you know, fully allocated in your first entry, which at first was actually okay if I, you know, closed it out, maybe made a 5% profit or so, and then, you know, started accumulating on this downwards trend here. That would have been a way to do it, but you know, hindsight, everything's 2020. DRAD, this could be a great bounce zone, but it could also break VWAP here, so it's just, you don't know. Lyft around 30 is just a truckload of resistance. You can really see this area between 30 and 32, huge resistance. Same with Uber, but with Uber it's at 40. So that both of these tickers are stuck right now at a ceiling. Morning, morning. Oi, oi, oi. What are some of your favorite futures, Corey? Yeah, me too, Mike. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a coffee. James going for WWR. Whew. Are you talking about the crazy amount of ambulances always outside my window? Actually, I have the window closed today, but it's getting kind of cold, to be honest. This morning, I was at the park doing a workout, and it was like 11 Celsius or something like that, and I was like, ugh. But for a while, the sun came out, and I was able to take my shirt off. Doing a little bit of public flexing, you know what I'm saying? 11 Celsius Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's 51 degrees Fahrenheit, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was a little chilly. It wasn't like not doable. If you're moving a lot, you're jogging, you know, jump roping, whatever you're doing. But man, pretty much as soon as I was done with my workout, I was like, jacket back on. I'm going my crazy mode. All right, see. Let's check out Corey's favorite. I actually use USO, United States Oil, US Oil, as my indicator, but I think I used to use CL for quite some time. Yeah, so actually, yeah, I did. I was like, you know what? I could have swore that I used to use this for forever. And if, yeah, under my futures, I have CL and ES myself. $40 zone is big resistance. I wonder if this is going to keep pulling back to maybe something a little bit more of a base around maybe 25 or so. Interesting to watch. DRAD selling off a little bit. The E-minis, the S&Ps. S&P 500. DRAD selling off again. 3,200 is really the place to hold, huh? Oh, actually, let me add that one. I don't think I was using that one. Ooh, where'd it go? I put in GS, I think, that's why. So 1800 is this key zone. Technically, this is a perfect cup and handle here, breaking out and then having a healthy pullback. It's like the price of gold has very, very steadily gone up. All good over here, Robbie. Hope you're doing well. Ooh, where's that, RB? Nice, DMC. Got the wife trading 25 shares. Oh man, Robbie, sorry to hear, man. That's how come? What was the biggest reason for that? Just lack of conviction, getting shaken out, over trading, or would love to hear more. Toronto, yeah, no wonder it's so cold. Yeah, we were looking at Sava already a few times. Nice part about Sava, it only had about a 10% pullback. And it has that catalyst. This could actually keep going. I really like this. It looks like a perfect bull flag kind of pullback opportunity here on SAVA. Let's watch this one. And so far it is a slow morning, but SAVA kind of making a decent pop here. Really nice pullback to the VWAP zone. I like this area. Looks good. This ticker also seems to be moving. Never mind, it's not really moving that fast. I thought it was moving a bit better than DRAD, but not so much. Brad, Prop 22 was passed in California. So all of their campaigning, all of Lyft and Ubers and Dinner Dash or whatever all those things are called, paid off. All that work paid off. Nothing like some good old lobbying at work. Yeah, no problem. No probs. No worries, Corey. That's an important thing to share. I totally agree, man. I could, oh man, like some crunchy ones right now. Whoo! Like something like a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell, but maybe higher quality. Up here like Starvin' Marvin. Whoa! What a pre-market with you guys. It was a mellow pre-market for sure. I think this is pretty much kind of official though. We're kind of getting started now. It is 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So welcome to everyone. New faces, old faces. Good to see you guys in the chat room. It's a quick little update for anyone that's kind of tuning in without video. It's November 4th right now. We're still pending some election news here, so that's a big question. I'm not even sure if we're gonna know by today, so that's gonna be a really interesting thing. So yeah, we have pretty much 29 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. And wait, did I say what date is today? It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, November 9th. So we still got plenty of time here. Like always, we wrap up trading usually around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this stream goes about 2 hours now, and yeah, let's get into the watch list. And I wonder if we're going to learn more about if this election is going to wrap up during the live stream. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. We'll see. Lead gappers today, DRAD for sure. 4 million float. They sold their DMS Health, part of their healthcare division, for $18.75 million. Now, you guys remember, this is a 12 million market cap stock. So that's a lot of money for a ticker like this. That deal is expected to close January 21st. They have 3 divisions: healthcare, building and construction, and then real estate. The CEO seemed pretty optimistic. He says now they can really focus on their overall portfolio of healthcare services. Expanding their solid state imaging cameras all over the country. So that sounds like a really good catalyst. 4 million float, so DRAD should have that spikeability potential. The problem is it seems to be trading very, very slowly. Some of the bigger green candles are only about 2%, so definitely doesn't have that fast rate of change. But on the other side of that coin, you know, it has that beautiful 4 million float. So it has a float below $10 million. It has a good catalyst. It has decent spike history. A lot of the spike history doesn't hold the highs, and we are in a pretty continuous downwards trend, so that's not very nice. It has a decent daily chart. I mean, you know, there's room to run on this ticker. We have some pretty substantial resistance. Let me just see if I can zoom in here a little bit better. Oh, you know what? Now I know why. I was on the weekly chart. I was like, something doesn't feel right on this. So, I mean, this was a huge run over here in this area. The thing is, the room to run here, I mean, we're 320 is big resistance, 325. That's where we're stuck below right now. And then the next part is like 340, 350. If we could break that, we have open skies. But that's kind of what I'm worried about at the moment. It doesn't have that fast rate of change like we were talking about, but it is between $2 and $7. So it fits a lot of our criteria. Overall, I'm pretty optimistic on this ticker. Let's see what we can do. We only pulled back from pre-market highs. Where was that high? 3.6. So about, you know, 20%, 19%. So that actually is pretty healthy. Overall, pretty nice ticker to be watching here, I think. Just pre-market, it was a little bit slower. We got SAVA popping up here a little bit. USA Biotech, 3 million float, phase 1 clinical trial. Actually, hold on, that was the wrong ticker. That was APVO that I was looking at beforehand. Sorry about that confusion, guys. SAVA is the US biotech, same thing there. 22 million float, so much bigger. 22 million float, 434 million market cap. So it's more of a mid cap, this ticker. They have phase 2 data, additional data that seemed pretty good. It is additional data though, so a lot of the, I think, results were, you know, priced in maybe a little bit already. Right now we're struggling to get over this $11 zone, so huge resistance on SAVA. So I think that makes DRAD a little bit more of an interesting picker to pick. A ticker to pick. APVO, not picker. I don't know. This was a power hour move, and this you know, every now and then we mention, you know, this might be a power hour move. We're looking for a move maybe in the power hour. This is power hour. This is, you know, from the last hour into the close. Technically, it would be from 15 to 16 o'clock. Not so much 14:30, but nothing's really ever, you know, super exact when it comes to small caps. So that's really nice move right there. So far it's holding its highs roughly around 10. Did dip all the way down to like 960. But you know, this could easily warrant another move to the upside. So it's definitely worth watching APVO. I mean, this one again has that 3 million float and a catalyst, and it's a small cap, so this one could absolutely rip. I'm just not sure, you know, how much more it's going to rip today. Is it going to have a second green day, or is it already totally priced in? We got Lyft, LYFT, and we got Uber making some big moves. Both of these are right now on the daily chart near massive resistance, and they're up quite a bit. So keep that in mind. I mean, these are big companies that need a lot of buying power to move them. They are both up on Proposition 22 catalyst. We actually had a video about Prop 22. If you guys are curious, it's a 7-minute video, and you'll know everything you need to know after watching this video. It's on the YouTube channel. I'm not going to wait for that to load because, God, this computer is too slow right now. But yeah, if you go to my YouTube channel and check out PROP22, you guys can check out the video, fast forward it, you know, zoom through it in just a few minutes. But basically, it allows these companies to keep the independent contractors status of their employees, quote unquote employees, of their drivers, so they don't have to pay them, you know, healthcare and all these different things. Which, there's two views to the story, right? If you're an employee, which some people probably want, you get the healthcare, you get the benefits, you get time off, yada yada. But you know, then you don't have that freedom anymore to schedule your own agenda, your own. Schedule your work time, right? And some people only want to do Uber part-time, and that's going to make things a little bit more difficult. So I think there should be like maybe an option to do both, it seems like, you know, because some people probably want to do it part-time, some people want to do it full-time. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know enough about it to really give a full comment, but for now, that's Prop 22 has been passed. All right, so DRAD, I think this is what I'm going to be looking at right now. It had another sell-off here. Who knows how much lower it's going to go? We do know that $3 is huge support on the 4-hour. We got the 9 EMA coming in as support. We already had a big bottom there. So if we keep moving down, I would expect $3 to be a bit of a bounce zone. For now, I don't really see a trade on this one. I honestly don't really see a trade on a lot of stuff. SAVA might honestly be the most interesting right now, or even trading like Lyft or something like that. So let's keep an eye on SAVA. It's got this huge resistance here at like 1075. So let's see if we crack through that. Nice, Aaron. Thanks for sharing that news with us. So that's actually something I didn't check today. Nice move there, guys, on SAVA. Yeah, September 24th, the president and CEO bought at 959. The director bought at 892. The CEOs has been accumulating pretty much consistently here. So it looks like they all think that this company is going to go up. Good question, Sebastian. I'm not sure. I usually don't do too much shorting myself, almost zero. Look at that volume spike on that, trying to break 1075. There's huge buy volume coming in now. This is really exciting. This is really what we were waiting for all pre-market today. Somewhere some volume to come in. Nine EMA acting as support. I'll be right back. I'm surprised you guys aren't blowing up about SAVA a bit more. So right now we're in a 5-minute candle here. This candle's gonna go pretty much another 2.5 minutes. Sometimes I like to think, you know, where could the next 5-minute candle be that would allow a good entry, a good risk reward setup. $10.6. That's the key support zone right now. New 5-minute candle in 10 seconds here. Boom, right at the breakout too. Woo, nice pop right there to the upside. SAVA is clearly in play right now. Remember we were talking about that key $11 zone? Well, we're pretty much breaking into it right now. I could see a move all the way to $12 from here. Let's see if that happens. Uh-oh. Possible failed breakout. Appreciate it, Harley. I think we're all kind of chugging along here pre-market. It wasn't exactly the most interesting pre-market, but you came right in time. SAVA really started popping up here. It looks quite interesting. That sell volume looks a little bit shady. I think it's going to take a few maybe attempts to break through this zone. I mean, this is a key resistance area. But we're really kissing this level well, and we're not dipping too far from it. So it's overall looking like there's a good chance we might break past 11 at one point. Still small moves though. I mean, we're not getting those big moves today so far. Small, slow rate of change here. I always find this area to be quite nerve-wracking right here to be buying. I'd be waiting for a cleaner setup. I do like the overall support right under 0.5, so if it does flush below VWAP, could be a good buying spot. It's funny. I just read your comment, Adrian. Here we go. Might break 1050 here. Watching. There's the break. Stops are going to be going out. People are going to cut, possibly, or not. People are buying, looks like. Boom, right back above 1050. Impressive. Was not expecting that. A little bit more sell volume now. This minute's about to be over. So maybe VWAP is going to hold here. Who knows? I mean, we are technically below VWAP already. Possible small size here at 42. Small position size. Selling volume was very weak here though. Bounce is also very weak though. Should sell off again one more time here. At least I wouldn't be surprised if it did. I'm gonna close this trade. It's okay. 8 cents a share is really not anything to be running home about. I wasn't crazy about this ticker though, this setup, so I didn't really want too much out of it. Small size, just kind of playing around here a little bit. Let's see how we can keep kind of going from here. I would like to see Sava go back above 10.6 and really start some upwards momentum again. What AP Pro? Oh, it doesn't sound too nice. Yeah, I would say this pullback here was kind of unexpected. I didn't think we were going to flush this heavy. And then, you know, that second dip, I'm always weary on the retest of the 9 EMA. It's not really a fun place to be because you're on a downwards trending stock. So there's never really the best risk reward there. Wow, Lyft now at 21% up on the day. This is insane. This thing is really, really kicking it right now, pre-market. Uber up 13%. You know, it takes a lot more to move a ticker like this. Nice. Smart 1 AP Pro. Small positions all day, pre-market. Thanks, Carmela. Appreciate that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, guys. We got another 6.5 minutes here till the market opens. Let me quickly throw up the disclaimer. I don't think I've done that yet today. Gotta quickly bother you guys with it a little bit. Again, if you guys have any questions, alex@tradejournal.co for help. Also, join the Discord, guys. Always some new information there. And the community, the group there is growing pretty nicely. Almost over 300. We're actually getting close to 400 users there on Discord. It's actually quite impressive, I gotta say. DRAD, boom, big old sell-off again, now back at 305. Phew, that's a big reversal. Wow. Oh, you know what? I was about to say Sava is doing the same thing, and I was like, that's the same chart. Ooh, I gotta stop yawning today. Today's the day of yawns. Another 4 minutes here before the market opens. Make sure you have your time of 4 set properly up. Make sure you got your limit orders ready to go. Your sizing looking good. And yeah, let's get ready to rock and roll here a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna do my stretches. Oh, woo. Almost passed out. DRAD had a nice little pop there off of 305. Okay, back to 310, roughly for a second. Overall, we're doing all right. Not really too many day trades today, but we're up about $80 pre-market, so not too shabby. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, it does seem like a kind of a quiet. It's going to be a bit of a quiet open. I'm going to keep my eye on Uber. It'd be kind of fun to maybe do some day trading on it, but I'm no promises there. My main focus is going to be on DRAD. I think that's what's open on my second screen. We have big support around 3, arguably more like 293. So let's see how this one opens up. I'm going to be somewhat cautious on it because it is acting a little bit weird and just kind of sold off quite a bit. SAVA, huge support around 10. It's about a 3% sell-off if we go back there. Pre-market, we had some bigger support around like 980. No 1AP Pro, not drop that attitude real quick. All right, guys. Good luck, everyone. Hopefully I stop yawning here at some point. It's getting a little ridiculous. NASDAQ up 3%, guys. That's insane. SPY at 341. DRAD and SAVA both had quite the volatile open here. Can't really pick a direction. Not a clean red to green, but also not a clean breakout or some sort of entry that would have warranted a breakout kind of move. Yeah, they're both selling back again. I'm being careful right now. %3 dip from the highs from the open, DRAD. Woof, man, that is a volatile candle here. That went from $3 all the way to $3.14 in like a second, 10 seconds or so. At least we're having some decent moves out of DRAD. I'm not trading it right now though. SAVA might break $10. I actually wouldn't mind if it broke $10. No, I'm not watching OPTT right now, but maybe I will in a little bit. DRAD hitting 315, just broke 315 right at VWAP right now, DRAD. This thing is all over the place. Some heavy resistance here. About a 3% dip on SAVA. Only clean bangers. I'm not sure why you called out OPTT. But if you're going to throw out all caps like that, man, I would hope to see a bigger move or something really phenomenal happening, not a ticker with no volume. Wonder if we're going to see a little bigger sell-off here continue. DRAD, guys, coming back to the $3 support area. I wonder if this is going to hold here. $3 may or may not crack. I don't know. I don't feel super confident buying on $3 yet, so I'm not trading it. $9.34. No trades filled yet since the open. Both of these, you know, are bouncing off what it seems to be a bit of a floor here. So I'm wondering if maybe an entry on these could be good in this area. Could have done 2 quick trades at least, but I'm still kind of thinking that there might actually be a bigger sell-off coming up. No, I didn't see RIDE. I'll have to check that out. That's on our EV scanner though. 12% pop on that ticker, huh? Crazy. Sava is either going to break 10 here or it's going to break 10.25 and go above the 9 EMA. I think it's going to dip here, so I'm not buying it. It didn't break all the way. Can't believe the NASDAQ is up 3.2%. I think it's just mind-blowing to me right now. The VIX is down 13%. What is going on over here? She's trying to hold here 10 so hard. This is our 6th red candle in a row, 5-minute red candle in a row on SAVA. So, a little fun fact right there. Maybe it will hold here. Maybe it will have a VWAP retest. I don't know. Anything's possible on these low float tickers. SAVA with that 20 million, 22 million float. DRAD with that 4 million float, trying to make a move higher above the 9 EMA right now. Yeah, Corey, I'm right there with you. Oh, boom. It just cracked 9 EMA. Wow. I still don't think I'm going to buy into this breakout because this is a flush territory. So if the breakout doesn't hold, you're going to be really quickly down quite a bit. So it's not my favorite kind of risk reward setup here. Next move is back to a possible red to green at 10.4. So that's the question. DRAD trying to break VWAP right now. 315 just broke VWAP. How high can you go? Man, DRAD just had a huge breakout, guys. Very impressive. We still got to get over the 325. That's really a key zone this one's struggling at. Almost 9 minutes now into the open, and I still have yet to find a trade that really is nice. So I'm just being patient here. SAVA, it's doing it. Corey, was that you? Just kidding. Well, you got to give it to it. So SAVA and DRAD, even though they have these kind of nasty little dips here, there's a lot of people constantly buying them. So clearly there's support here to some extent. It's 940 now, no trades yet since the open. So an interesting area that we're currently in. Yeah, you never know, Josh. It's always a little different. Here we go, DRAD, 310. Can we get an entry on a sell-off? Might be an option. On the 5-minute, it looks like there's actually room for a bit of a flag pattern or something here coming in maybe. RKT up 5%. That's what I like to hear. Jay Smart. Some good little refreshing swing trade comments. NIO is still flying. Oh my God. I don't regret not buying that one. Maybe buying it a couple months ago. I should have put more time into researching that one, but yeah, I have no FOMO on NIO, 0. I have negative FOMO on NIO. What kind of open was that? This is just like SAVA was chop central in both directions. DRAD had that kind of okay little pullback set up just now. I was thinking about maybe entering it, but it wasn't really convincing somehow either. Is NIO having a pullback opportunity right now, guys? Right at VWAP? I mean DRAD. Did I just say NIO? Oh my God. SAVA, solid break here, VWAP, guys. Very impressive. DRAD still looks, at this point, maybe a bit more interesting. Oof. I feel like I haven't been this undecided in a while. Usually I'll still just jump into something, but I don't know. I like the fact that this breakout here was a bit higher than the shoulder. That gives me a little bit more confidence than just a regular kind of sketchy breakout. Still selling off though quite a bit. One AP Pro, yeah, it's probably a good idea. Woo! Houston, as long as they didn't sell at one point. SAVA, this has always been that kind of critical spot on SAVA here at $10. Is it going to finally break it, or is this going to be another opportunity to just buy again and look for that second roll? So I've been waiting for Sava to go in the 990s for quite some time. That was my original kind of plan out of the gate. I was also waiting for DRAD to crack 3. Those were my kind of like 2 trade ideas today. Both of them didn't happen. I think that's a big reason why I actually never ended up executing on something, because there was my trade thesis was never really executed or activated to be executed. So it's just like this weird limbo phase that I'm kind of in right now, where I'm kind of thinking, like readjusting, getting back to the drawing board, thinking, you know, what I could do. Jonathan. Sava might actually break $10. Who knows? I'm still watching this one like a hawk. DRAD, man, wow, it really held this area well. Both my scanners are not working. This is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, sometimes, Aaron, but sometimes if the stock's down, it just keeps on trending down. That's really where it gets a little bit tricky. So I'm usually only trying to trade momentum, quick price action. You know, there's also nothing wrong with not trading. I used to, when I wasn't streaming, you know, if I didn't trade for 1 or 2 days, and because I didn't see a setup, it used to be quite common. But ever since I started streaming, I'm usually forcing something at one point, just because I feel like I have to almost sometimes. So there's really nothing wrong with just kind of watching it and being patient, waiting for something that you like, then, you know, just jumping in a trade just to lose money and then kind of being upset because you knew you should have not done that anyway. Possible break of 10 here on Asava. Sinclair. Praise the Lord, baby Jesus. Nice, Robert. Good snags. SAVA, man, I keep thinking it's going to break 10, and then it doesn't. And then I'm like, oh, I should have just accumulated on 10. Could have been a ridiculous amount of base hits already on this one. Not small trades, like micro base hits, if anything. But hey, you could have done like literally 10 of them at this point. Usually it's not a very advisable way to do it, because even if you do 10 of those trades, it only takes one flush to bring you back to break even again. So that's why it's not my favorite way to trade. DRAD, guys, you know, this one on the 1 minute having these really nice pullbacks all the time. Thanks, Jonathan. The pressure, I don't know if it'll ever go away to 100%. Man, those cookies from yesterday are calling my name right now. I'm about to freaking grab a mouthful, but it's still too hot. Like, I feel like there's a good setup pending. SAVA right here is like so tempting to think, oh man, I want to trade this and then trade the break of the 9 EMA and then, you know, get back to VWAP, which could happen, but it's a very risky trade. DRAD just is in a really, really, really nice little uptrend here. Yeah, Houston. You know what? They're probably not even that good. They're just. Oh, there's a nice dip. Possible entry here at 88. Small size there at 88. If we get a break back above 10, it could be a good place to take maybe some quick profits and look for a secondary trade. If it sells off, I wouldn't mind averaging down a little bit. Looks like it might sell off here. Yeah. Not the most aggressive secondary pop there. So if I could take some profits on this one, I probably would. It's such a small trade. Very scalpy right now. Possible entry under 88 again. Missed that secondary fill. I wanted to average down. That was kind of my core plan for a bit. I'm looking for that retest, ideally above $10. Could have a bigger move from there. All right, well, this trade's I don't know. To be honest, I was kind of getting annoyed at that trade. I'll take a scratch on that one. It just took too long. You know, I typically look for quick resolution, wasn't getting it. I just had an overall scratch on that trade. I don't know, could have lost $10, could have made $10. I don't know, it was ridiculous. I was looking for a quick move back above 10, wasn't really seeing it. I tried to average down once near 86, where I was hoping there could be some bigger support. Missed that one a few times. I do think there's a good chance it's going to hit over 10, but I don't think the risk reward is worth it for me. So that's why I ended up, closing that one out. DRAD looking kind of interesting here. Back below 315. There's some bigger support here for sure. I don't want to buy it too early. So I'm just kind of watching it, being patient. Remember, SAVA is technically a downwards trending stock. So on a downwards trending stock, you don't want to overstay your welcome on a ticker like that. Yeah, Houston, that's true. That is true. Yeah, now it's back at 93. Yeah, I don't know. I could have held through that and maybe bought again on the dip, but yeah, this is the move I was waiting for right here. 97, getting chipped away. Again, just look at the volume on this one. It's just the volume is very light right now. That's another bit of a red flag. 98, 99. Can we see 10? That would have been the sweet spot. If I could have closed out at 97, I think I would have been a little bit more content with that one. DRAD, what are you going to do in this area? I'm going to sell off one more time here. $9:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. DRAD is a green candle on the day, while SAVA is technically in a downwards trend. Bigger support at like 985 roughly. I wonder if it's going to hold that area. I'm thinking DRAD might be a good buy on any sort of dip in this area. It's kind of tricky to get a read on this. Why are my scanners not working, guys? I think I'm going to have to rely on you guys to let me know if anything's popping. Vision Master says KNDI is moving. DRAD guys dipping right now. Thought maybe we'd see a bigger dip on it, but stopped at around 309. Thanks guys. All right, I'm gonna look at it quickly. Yeah, big move there on KNDI getting halted, very light volume. Receives certification from the EPA, says electric vehicles cleared for US roads. Okay. It's not too bad. That should be an interesting one. No way I'm playing that halt. APVO really fell off a cliff. I was losing my interest for APVO quite a bit pre-market already. Uber broke 42 and then had a massive sell-off there, 7%. This is actually near some really, really solid support. The way this one's moving right now could even be a interesting one for us. Watching DRAD again in a very interesting spot here at 308. Sell volume on it's quite light. Sav is in one of those make it or break it zones again. Look at this critical spot here at 990 with literally volume disappearing off the chart. Sketchy stuff for sure. It's not a lot of opportunity today, guys. It's definitely okay not to trade, not to force anything. Just keep that in mind. It's a good time to, work on your stretching, do some yoga. DRAD had a nice bounce. I actually had a limit order on this one at 307, but never went down past 309. Now it's back at 313. There's such small moves. Is it really down to Florida now? I guess too many people are watching the elections with the homies probably. Since I'm abroad right now, there's no. Actually, there's a few like little bit of parties, not parties. What's it called? Watching events. Yeah, I'm officially green on RKT and RXT. It's nice. RKT I was green yesterday on, so it's just nice overall to be green on some of these tickers. What a party. SAVA tried to flush just now, but it didn't. Could actually be a bit of a sign that maybe we caught ourselves a case of the bottoms. I don't know. I'm only down 5%. This is really not too much. Technically, SAVA, you can argue, is holding the open at this point. Volume on this one is very, very light, though. KNDI opening up. Quite the move here, huh? Did anyone buy that dip on the hold? Nice, Sean. That was a ballsy entry, man. Congrats, that worked out. Oh yeah, APVO trying again here, guys. 3 million float with that positive clinical one trial. US Biotech. It's pumping for sure. Sav is at some big support here. Is APVO gonna try to break this VWAP zone here? Even though SAVA looks like it has no volume, it actually almost still has more volume than APVO. So just keep that in mind. I don't know what the dollar volume on either one of these tickers is today. It doesn't look like my TOS is working very well today, but APVO just did not hold that area. SAVA looks like it might break out here. You know what? I was just thinking I should probably accumulate on this one. It's looking really, really healthy. I don't know. I was just a little bit late to the party on this one. I was looking for that move over 10. Had that perfect crack. I was watching it in these two candles area, and then a bit dipped to 87, and I was like, this could be a really good setup. And then I go to place the limit order, and has that pop to the upside, and I don't feel like chasing it. So yeah, I had an opportunity, and I didn't take it. That's RRK. I remember that one popped up on the radar for a little bit. SAVA might have an opportunity here. Corey, I feel you on that, man. 100%. NIO last month. Hi, everyone. How's that going? Oh, look at Eric kind of crawling up in there. Hey, man. I just saw you now. Man, look at SAVA. What a nice breakout here. I gotta say, this is impressive. this is an easy ticker to get stuck in at this point. I would have really wanted to be trading this one on the way to the upside. Not so much in this area anymore. Either 10-12 is going to be a perfect dip buy opportunity. Little pullback. Oh man, Eric, sorry to hear about that. That is always the worst, and that's also why you probably see me take profits way too early a lot of the time, because I literally am traumatized by that exact thing. So, you know, it happens to all of us. You can only try to take it and learn from it and, you know, take profits quicker next time. But also a big thing that is important to remember is every trade is created equal. You know, sometimes there's trades that are worth letting run maybe a little bit longer, giving it that extra attempt. If it's a very hot market, the ticker is exploding, it's a, you know, one of the first or second pullbacks, you know, why not let this one run a little bit longer, see if it can do that. But if it's, you know, if it's a slow moving day like today, sometimes there's really no reason to wait. You just want to, the sooner you take profits, the better. It makes it even worse. Wow, HYLN, guys, is having the recovery of the century right now. I'm actually kind of excited to start talking about some of our trades. LMND hit 60 bucks, man. Our average on that was like 57. Crazy. We could have ended this one at profitable, and I sold it for a 10% loss. Oh, that was nasty. And that was only just 2 days ago. Crazy stuff. NASDAQ up 4% now. KNDI really holding this area very well. Oh, finally my scanner's working here. I feel like my eyes just opened for the first time. Sava could be a good setup here. Watching this one quite closely. Oh, bigger dip. Looking for a small breakout here, or at least a continuation. Small size. And close out this one, taking a $25 loss. Yeah, I don't know. I've been all over the place with SAVA. Have yet to do one really decent basic trade. Yeah, I think this one had a good opportunity. I really like the fact that it tried to flush here and it didn't have that really big sell off. The problem I had with this one is then it kept on selling off and I just cut my losses. So SAVA, this actually might be my only red trade. No, okay, we're up $6 on this one still. So I was up like $30 on it. Either way, it's not so much of a hot day. DRAD is really the only thing that's noteworthy here. Yeah, good thing we cut our losses, still selling off here. I felt like this would be a really risky one to average down. I felt like this flag pattern, I thought it was going to sell off earlier. I thought it was going to maybe flush here. And when we started holding this area, I was actually like, okay, well, maybe there is an opportunity on this one, but looks like there wasn't, so gave back some profits on that one. Somehow KNDI is really kind of impressive today. I was not expecting KNDI to make such a strong move. Not a lot of good stuff. I'll be right back. So there's really no point in having the microphone on right now unless you guys just want to hear me eat cookies that are covered in chocolate and they're absolutely delicious. What is going on with KNDI right now? Look at this move. That is one of the nicer moves we've seen all day. Same with DRAD. Both of these are actually trying a little bit. I should be doing my homework. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super trustworthy on a lot of the stuff we're seeing for some reason. Wow, look at KNDI, guys. It's really pumping here a little bit. What are these returns though? Like 1%, and you're just risking, I feel like, so much. It's not ideal trading conditions today at all whatsoever. This would probably be the time to enter it, if anything. I'm thinking that it's going to have a third green candle in a row. Yeah, and then I would have sold right there. That's probably what I would have done. Very small trade. KND actually ended up popping to the upside. That would have been maybe like a 1.5% return. Wow, these things, these tickers are barely moving here. That's a 3% move on SAVA. I don't know, guys. I might be done trading today. This is really unmotivating seeing some of these tickers move. Technically, KNDI and SAVA are making some interesting setups here, but they're just not really worth it in my eyes. You might, get flushed down 3%, and then, that's like a home run trade today in its own kind of weird way. So it's really something I'd usually probably end up more avoiding. KNDI had that nice breakout though. Gotta give it to it. Now there's an interesting question. What about ADT? What is this ticker doing today? It is back above 7 after being in the low sixes for just a chill moment. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really doing much of anything, honestly. Well, Kramer's not too excited about EDT, it looks like. Thanks, Harley. KNDI, guys, this is not a bad mover right now. I just don't like I don't like the tiny amount of volume as this thing keeps trending to the upside. I don't know, should you sell Apple? I don't know, it's never bad to take profits or move cash around. Like, it really depends, you know, what your kind of goals are. I think taking profits on Apple and maybe averaging down again in the future on this wouldn't be the worst idea, but it really depends, you know, there's so many variables. It's impossible for me to answer that for you. Because you just, like, I don't know if you're, like, what your tax situation is. Is it better to hold over a year? Are you day trading? Are you swing trading? What's your average price? It's tough to say. Based on big resistance on AAPL, it looks like 120 is a very dangerous spot. It's kind of weak here on this move higher. I think Apple could just be riding some of the overall optimism in the markets right now. I mean, Nasdaq's up 4%, Apple's up 4%. This is one of those tickers that I would just keep throwing into my investment account and not really look at in terms of day trading or swing trading. Yeah, just like Tesla or Amazon. KNDI, guys, that, you know, this is like the only rise that's actually somewhat promising. It was a 3.7% total breakout move, which is still tiny, absolutely tiny. And that's why I think I'm going to wrap it up trading, because it's just, you know, today's one of those days where I feel like you can make more mistakes than anything else and just keep getting chopped around. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a good idea. Wow, RIDE, this is absolutely insane. What happened here? This is a 45% move on RIDE. I even wanted to look more into this company. I have yet to really have the time, but wow. There's not even new news on this ticker, so it's just kind of pumping here. Sava with a bit of a squeeze, you guys are saying? Oh yeah, actually that's not too bad on SAVA. That's kind of what I was hoping for a while. It's nice to see some volume pumping it on this one as well. 1080 is that big resistance zone. That's a good question, Jay Smart. We could talk about that in a bit. Wow, look at that last breakout there. Phew. It's not too shabby looking at a ticker like this. Typically when a ticker has a W behind the ticker, or like a fifth letter, it represents something. W typically stands for warrants, so the same ticker with warrants on it. Or something like that. Ideally, you should be trading the main ticker unless there's a good reason not to. I say VA. Is it going to hold this area? That's the big question, huh? Yeah, overall, not a lot of exciting stuff here. I think SAVA has that opportunity to break the 11 zone, so that's the key area I'm looking at. Very light volume on this ticker though overall today. Additional kind of information coming out of something that already came out, so I don't think this ticker is going to really break it past 11. It might try to push it through there for a little bit. But I'm not crazy optimistic about this one. Let's look into the current account here a little bit. We're still down quite a bit on ADT. This is actually one of our biggest losers. Yeah, actually it is our biggest loser. And we have GE on this one, and then KCAC, another one of our big losers on this. So let's go through some of our tickers, see what they're doing. GE is looking like it's just about ready for that break of $8. I'm pretty excited about this one. This could be our biggest winner. Here you can see it. We're up $500 on this one. It's actually one of our smaller position sizes, so pretty exciting stuff there. Let's keep watching it closely. Our KT rocket companies. Finally back in the green on this one. We were buying here at the 20. I wanted to average down on this one, but I didn't. We could have, because we're still in our allotted account allocation, so we could have probably bought another 20 shares or so. It would have been nice. I mean, that would have been a 16% move on 20 shares. Not bad. So that probably would have been a good decision to do, but still we're green on this one. Dkng, I actually had a limit order to sell this one. I was looking for a pop over 40, a little bit bigger pop, and then into the 42s, 43s. So let's see if we get that. I'm still long on Dkng. This is, I think, a pretty decent loss still for me. $409 loss, yeah. So it's pulled back a little bit here. I'm really hoping that we're going to see a little bit more of a rally on this one. Let's go to the 4-hour view on it. Move that limit order up just a tad bit. HYLN, man, I gotta say, I'm super pumped that this one's back above 20. I think a lot of people were like getting a little bit despaired on this one. It was just like so depressing. This thing, the sell-off on HYLN was so strong. So I'm a little bit nervous here for sure. I don't know if we're gonna get back above 25. So I might actually close out this position fairly soon. 25 was critical support. I don't really see this one popping above it. So I really do think that we're going to take a bit of a loss here. This was originally a swing trade, so I'm already stopped out. I just need to find where I want to exit this trade. RXT, rack space, nice move there. So far today was a bit of a gap up on this one. I wonder if we can see this thing move back above 17 and then really it would be really sweet to go above 1730. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for on that one. IPOB, this one's really depressing because when everything was selling off so much, I was like, man, who knows how far IPOB is going to go down. So I actually had my limit order at 1550 originally, and we would have got long on this one, had that 12% pop. I actually ended up moving it all the way down here. So that was kind of a missed opportunity just because we had so much selling pressure. KCAC, yeah, this dip was really strong. I'm waiting for this one to go back above 14. Yeah, at the moment, it's not looking too hot. Oh man, DMC, sorry to hear. KC. KNDI. You want to watch out on a ticker that's slow on the second, third pullback at one point. It gets a little bit shaky. Sometimes tickers have like 4, 5, 6 pullbacks and then maybe even a blow off top. But usually that's a really hot ticker. In KNDI, it's the best lead gapper on the day, but that's not saying so much. So coming to this double top here, there's definitely a little bit more risk. And you can see here the volume wasn't really that nice either. So those were some red flags. It's not always 100%, but usually if there's too many red flags, I'll end up just closing out ahead of time. Yeah, DRAD actually is coming alive here a little bit. This is the critical spot we were stuck in last time, huh? 325 though, this is the area to break. So it's really good to actually see some volume coming back on this one. 4% move here. These are the candles that we're kind of used to. So it's nice to see a little bit more action. Big question though is, are we going to get over that 3435 spot? Really surprised the markets are so strong today. It's kind of mind-blowing. We could look at plug and BE. BE sold off quite a bit, huh? I wasn't able to hold that key support zone. But we were actually talking about this actually being a potential good entry not too long ago. I don't know much about either one of the companies, unfortunately, so I can't really speak on that behalf. Plug focuses on hydrogen power. Wow, look at that rocket just on DRAD, huh? That's impressive. I was not expecting a move like that. Technically, DRAD held the highs so well. It never really dipped much below like 17, 18% from the pre-market high. So this ticker held the highs extremely well. Steven, don't you think that was a little harsh? I think Sebastian was just a little excited about the 3.5. Yeah, I think the reason I'm quiet today is, well, one, we were streaming today for a really long time, and two, it's like not a good trading day today. So I'm kind of pause off, and I'm not super excited about any of the setups, which is a little bit unfortunate. Luckily, our swing trades are doing very, very well today. They did, give back a little bit of the profits. Yeah, NASDAQ up so much today. It's absolutely insane. So that's really, really nice to see that. DRAD, guys, it's trying so hard to make a pop here. It's good fun to watch. I almost want to trade it myself. Sell volume's not as strong. This could be a really good flag setup here at 325. We might see some more potential here on this one. Well, I guess that could be it. KNDI is still technically the lead gapper here. It's just such a weird one, huh? BIIB, totally out of my price range. Huge, totally massive move today on this one. Biogen. I'm not sure what's going on with this one. Looks like they have some sort of Alzheimer's drug in the work. Hopefully that works out. Biogen is a classic biotech that just kind of pops up, smashes down, pops up, smashes down. I wouldn't be holding this one long, but there's a very big price on it. Yeah, honestly, with Plug and BE, I think those both take a little bit more research into the company. I think BE possibly around $10 could be a great entry, and then Plug. It's tough to say. I mean, it's in a clear upwards trend. It could easily keep on going. Right now, it's having a bit of a pullback. So right now, it's 16 PLUG. Plug is definitely it could be a really good buy. More so than BE, but both of those companies I would look into a little bit more fundamentally, I think, before making that decision, as the price isn't necessarily at the lowest point it could be at. DRAD, man, this one's looking really interesting. I was actually just thinking about buying it here at 320. Yeah, XPEV is going crazy. That's true. There could be another opportunity on DRAD. I really think we might start seeing some sort of midday rally at one point, maybe like a lunchtime rally or an afternoon. I don't know. This is like a really slow. Pre-market was slow. Market and market open was slow. All morning was slow. So it's insane. I think people are really focused on the elections today. I think NASDAQ is getting a lot of exposure. EV tickers are up so much today. It's insane. So I don't know. I think the small caps are totally being overshadowed. Look at DRAD. Wow, that was a huge flush just now. 2.7%. But 2.7%, man, it's just so slow today. Yeah, nice pop there, Corey, on KNDI. I'd be looking for that $9 zone. I wonder if it can hit it. Finally, this one actually has a bit of an uptick in volume. That volume's been stuck under 0.5 million this whole time, ever since around 10. It's nice to see that this one's really starting to move a bit more. That was actually a bit of a flat top breakout there at 8.5. Nice continuation as well. All right, me personally, guys, I'm definitely done with day trading today. I was thinking like maybe I should keep trading some of these tickers because there is opportunity, a good chance that KNDI is going to pull back to 850 and maybe have a continuation from there. I would not doubt it. This thing looks like it's just getting started here, but for some reason, I don't know. I think I'm a little bit overly skeptical to the downside. I think I would be a little bit impatient with any trade I would take right now. And then I would probably end up getting a scratch and just giving back profits. I think KNDI would be the one I'd probably be watching along with DRAD. I think both these are kind of interesting, but DRAD is already showing that it's not holding its highs, while KNDI is clearly uptrending right now. So I think for me, I'm going to wrap it up here. There's a lot more of these EV companies I want to look into myself and maybe make a long-term portfolio. So we'll be probably discussing that into the end of 2020. I want to learn a lot more about several of these companies. But yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, opportunities to lose money is literally how I feel right now. And these tickers are moving way too slow. So I'm not gonna try to fiddle around to make 1.5% little hits here just to take a 3% loss probably. NIO is absolutely crazy. I gotta say I'm still skeptical on this whole move up. I think there's going to be probably this could be the blow off top right here. That's what I would be worried about. I would not be adding to my position. I'd be taking profits on NIO. If you're a long-term player, even then still I'd probably be taking profits. But hey, I've been saying that way too early. So everyone, do what you guys think is right. I'm mostly focused on the day trading here. Your trades are yours and yours alone. Remember that. NIO just does not fit my risk tolerance though. All right, guys, let's wrap it up here. Nice. So many beats. That's probably a really good idea. Probably taking those profits off the table at an epic time. And the NASDAQ is up 4%. EVs are flying. NIO is at all-time highs. I don't think you did a wrong decision. Maybe it goes up to 40, maybe 41, maybe even 42. But when it does pull back, it's gonna be aggressive. All right, guys, let's wrap it up there. I need to do a little bit of chili vanilla here, and then I'll see you guys in the recap video. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. I do really appreciate that. Subscribe if you're new. Today was a slow day, but it's still a good day for us to learn from each other. I guess tomorrow maybe we'll know who's president. I honestly thought that we would know who's president by the stream today. I thought it was going to take a while, but I didn't think it would take this long. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Here you can kind of see the latest stats. Biden at 238 and Trump at 213. I mean, this is very close. So we'll see what happens, guys. I'll see you then till tomorrow. Thanks, Final Countdown. Good luck trading KNDI or DRAD if you guys are still trading at KNDI. Looks like it's going to break $9 here in a second. 30%, so a heck of a day. Yeah, Bitcoin back at 14,000. VIX down 19%. What a weird day today. This is the day where, you don't got to keep trading if you don't want to, for sure. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Peace out, everyone. Ciao, ciao.